Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Yogesh Khetra, scientist in dairy technology from National Dairy Research Institute, Karnal. Today I am going to talk on developments in health foods and nutraceuticals. This come under paper Advances in Food Science and Technology. In this module, you would be learning about the developments that are taking place in the field of health foods and nutraceuticals. You must be knowing that diet and health have been known to be associated since ancient times. Nowadays, changing lifestyles has made foods necessary to contribute towards health beyond basic nutrition. Increasing awareness and technologies are the main driving forces that are being drawing consumers' attention towards food as a source of healthy ingredient besides providing nutrient supply. This has led to the development of functional foods, health foods, or nutraceuticals. The objective of the module is to introduce you to the concept of functional foods, then to understand the basic terminologies related to functional foods. There are various terminologies being used related to functional foods, so we will see the basic terminologies. Then we will learn the various sources of functional ingredients, their origin, and their potential health benefits. So, dear students, in brief, we will see the history of functional foods. The concept of deriving therapeutic benefits from foods is not a new concept. Let food be the medicine and medicine be the food was used some 2500 years ago by Hippocrates, the father of medicine. However, the concept defamed with the advent of modern drug therapy in the 19th century. In the 1900s, the important role of diet in disease prevention and health promotion came to the forefront once again. In early 20th century, scientific focus was more on deficient nutrients, for example vitamins. However, in the late 20th century, with increasing number of lifestyle diseases, focus shifted to diets low in saturated fat and high in vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and legumes to reduce the risk of chronic diseases such as heart diseases, cancer, osteoporosis, diabetes, and stroke. Scientists round the globe then emphasized isolation and separation of health promoting ingredients. The concept of functional foods was first developed in Japan in the 1980s when faced with escalating healthcare costs. In Japan, functional foods are categorized as foods for specific health uses, commonly called as foshu. Before going further, I will try to give some basic definitions related to health foods and nutraceuticals. So there are three main terminologies used in the area of health foods, and these are nutraceuticals, functional foods, and dietary supplements. So we'll try to define all these, and we will also see what are the differences in these three terms. So we'll take them one by one. First we'll see nutraceuticals. Nutraceutical is a term coined by Dr. Stephen D. Fallis in 1989. It is a collective term for nutrition and pharmaceutical. So it is a combination of nutrition and pharmaceutical. According to D. Fallis, nutraceutical can be defined as a food or part of a food that provides medical or health benefits, including the prevention and or treatment of a disease. However, the term nutraceutical, as commonly used in marketing, has no regulatory definition. Now we have seen the definition of nutraceuticals. Coming on to the functional foods. There are various agencies which have defined functional foods in many ways. The definition given by European Commissions of Concerted Action on Functional Food Science in Europe, it is like this. Functional foods are simply defined as foods that provide health benefits beyond basic nutrition. National Academy of Sciences has also defined functional foods as any modified food or food ingredient that may provide a health benefit beyond the traditional nutrients it contains. These foods form part of the normal diet, which are slightly modified to confer physiological benefits to the consumers. Now, coming on to the modifications which are being done. So, modifications usually refer to fortification with ingredients which possess ability for specific or multiple health benefits and also alters the native characteristics of the food to least possible extent. So, two main principles are there. It should provide health benefits, and it should at the same time it should also not alter the native characteristics of the food. The white umbrella of functional foods also covers foods from which unhealthy ingredients such as fat and sodium have been removed. So all the low fat foods and low sodium products are available. These are also comes under functional foods. Now coming on to one more definition, the European Commission's concerted action on functional food science in Europe, coordinated by International Life Science Institute, Europe defined functional food as a food product can only be considered as functional food if, together with the basic nutritional impact it has, beneficial effects on one or more functions of the human organism, thus either improving the general and physical conditions and or decreasing the risk of evolution of diseases. The amount of intake and the form of functional food should be as it is normally expected for dietary purposes. Therefore, it should not be in the form of a pill or a capsule, but it should just be a normal food. So we have seen the definitions of nutraceutical and functional food. We have also seen the basic differences between nutraceutical and functional foods. Now we will move on to dietary supplements. The Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act of 1994, also called as DSHEA USA, has defined the term dietary supplement to mean a product, in this case tobacco is kept as an exception, intended to supplement the diet that bears or contains one or more of the following dietary ingredients. The dietary ingredients that are allowed to be under dietary supplements are a vitamin, a mineral, an herb or other botanical, an amino acid, a dietary substance for use by man to supplement the diet by increasing the total dietary intake, or a concentrate. It may be a metabolite, constituent, extract, or combination of any of the aforementioned ingredients. Dietary supplements is intended for ingestion, and these dietary supplements must not be represented for use as conventional food or as a sole item of a meal of the diet. So we can say that dietary supplements are not a part of the daily food. It is must for such products to carry a label of dietary supplements. Thus, it can be said that though conferring specific physiological benefit, dietary supplements are not a part of the daily meal, and medical prescription is must before consuming these supplements. We have seen the basic terminologies related in the area of health foods and nutraceuticals. Now we'll see the classification of functional foods. Functional foods have been developed in virtually all categories of foods. Functional property can be included in a food in numerous different ways. Accordingly, functional foods are classified as either fortified foods, enriched foods, altered products, and enhanced commodities. So these are the four main types of functional foods in which the functional foods has been classified. First one is fortified products. A food fortified with additional nutrients comes under the category of fortified products. Examples of this category are vitamin fortified milk and vitamin fortified juices. These are fortified functional products. The second category in this classification is enriched products. So, enriched products are foods with added new nutrients or components that are not normally found in a particular food. Examples of this type of functional foods are, suppose if we have butter and we have added phytochemicals in the butter for enhancing the functionality, so this product will be enriched product. Similarly, probiotics, they also come under the category of enriched products. The third category in the classification of functional foods are altered products. So if we define altered products, it can be defined as a food from which a harmful component has been removed, reduced, or replaced with another substance with beneficial effects. For example, fibers as fat replacers in high fat products. If fibers are used as fat replacers and the inherent fat content of the product is reduced, it can be classified as an altered product. Similarly, as we know, excess sodium is not good for health, and if we reduce the sodium content in food, it also, the low sodium food, it also comes under altered products. Next in the category is enhanced commodities. Enhanced commodities can be defined as a food in which one of the components has been naturally enhanced through special growing conditions, new feed composition, genetic manipulation, or otherwise. Examples in this category are eggs with increased omega 3 content, which is achieved by altered chicken feed, or when the feed is modified to enrich CLA content in milk, it also comes under enhanced commodities type of foods. Now, according to type of health benefits, various categories of functional foods are: first one is those foods which improves normal physiological functions, for example, improve the regular stomach and colon functions. This category includes prebiotics and probiotics, or they also improve children's life by supporting their learning capability and behavior. So this was the first category of functional foods. Moving on to the second category, those which are designed for reducing an existing health risk problem such as high cholesterol or high blood pressure. So those food which are meant for reducing the existing health risk are covered in this second category. The third category are those foods which makes your life easier. Examples of such foods are lactose free foods or gluten free products. Now coming on to functional components. It is the presence of functional components that makes the food functional. So functional components or ingredients are those active principles of foods which provide the inherent physiological benefit upon consumption of functional foods. Functional ingredients found their origin both from plant and animal sources. As far as plant sources are concerned, carotenoids, dietary fibers, isocyanates, phenolic acids, polyols, which includes sugar alcohols, sorbitol, etc. Prebiotics, which includes inulin, fructooligosaccharides, galactooligosaccharides, etc. Soy protein, sterols and stenols, organosulfur compounds, for example, allicin, allylic sulfides, etc. Polyphenols, flavonoids, lycopene, catechins, etc. are some of the most common functional ingredients of plant origin. Coming on to the animal origin, most common and widely studied functional ingredients of animal origin are omega 3 fatty acids, which are also called as eicosapentaenoic acid and docosahexaenoic acid, then conjugated linoleic acid, bioactive peptides in milk and milk products and in fish and fish products, and probiotics. Milk and milk products are usually the first choice as a vehicle to carry functional ingredients. Apart these, with advances in separation and isolation techniques in dairy industry, many dairy-based functional ingredients, say for example bioactive peptides, growth factors, conjugated linoleic acid, and milk fat globule membrane substances, among others, are being used as functional ingredients in the development of functional foods. In the subsequent slides, I have given a table which summarizes the functional ingredients, their sources of origin with their potential health benefits. So if we summarize the presence of plant derived functional ingredients and animal derived functional ingredients, these can be summarized as: the main plant derived functional ingredients includes carotenoids, dietary fibers, isothiocyanates, phenolic acids, polyols, sterols and stenols, polyphenols and flavonoids. The primary functional ingredients of animal origin are omega-3 fatty acids, which mainly includes EPA and DHA. EPA stands for eicosapentaenoic acid and DHA stands for docosahexaenoic acid. Then conjugated linoleic acid, bioactive peptides from milk and milk products, and probiotics or prebiotics. Now I am presenting before you various functional ingredients, their sources of origin and potential health benefits. The list is not exhaustive, but I have tried to cover the functional ingredients of primary importance. So first in the category is probiotics. It includes various probiotic organisms like lactobacilli, bifidobacteria and other specific strains of beneficial bacteria. Sources of probiotics are either fermented foods or human milk. It provides a improvement in digestion, immunomodulatory, anti-diabetic, etc. Second main category of functional ingredients are carotenoids, and the carotenoids of prime importance are beta carotene, lutein, and lycopene. Beta carotene, the source of beta carotene are carrots, pumpkin, spinach, tomatoes, lettuce, and cow milk. And the potential benefit it confers is antioxidation. Second one is lutein, and the primary sources are spinach, corn, eggs, and citrus fruits. The potential benefit it confers is improvement in the vision. Coming on to the third carotenoid of prime importance, that is lycopene. The main sources of lycopene are tomatoes and watermelon, and the potential benefit it confers to human health is maintenance of prostate health. Moving to the next category of dietary fibers. So dietary fibers mainly includes insoluble fiber, soluble fibers, and beta glucan. So insoluble fiber, the sources are wheat bran, corn bran, and fruit skins. The potential benefit these insoluble fibers confers to human health are improvement in the digestion and reduction in the risk of some types of cancers. Second type of dietary fibers are soluble fibers, and they found their origin from psyllium seed husk, peas and beans, and they are mainly responsible for reducing the risk of coronary heart diseases. Third one in the category of dietary fibers are beta glucan, and the primary sources of beta glucan are oat, barley and rye, and they are mainly responsible for reduction in the risk of coronary heart diseases. Moving on to the other category of functional ingredients, that is functional fatty acids. So these functional fatty acids mainly include monounsaturated fatty acids, also called as MUFAs, polyunsaturated fatty acid called as PUFAs, and conjugated linoleic acid. So if we see monounsaturated fatty acids, the primary sources of monounsaturated fatty acids are olive oil and canola oil, and the primary health benefit they provide is reduction in the risk of coronary heart diseases. Polyunsaturated fatty acids, they again can be divided into alpha linoleic acid and DHA and EPA. So alpha linoleic acids, they found their origin in flax seeds and walnuts. So these two are the very rich sources of alpha linoleic acid, and these are responsible for supporting and maintaining heart health and eye health. These DHA and EPA, that is docosahexaenoic acid and eicosapentaenoic acid, they found their origin from fish oils, and they are primarily responsible for reducing the risk of coronary heart diseases. The third in the category of fatty acids is conjugated linoleic acid. The main sources of conjugated linoleic acid are beef, lamb, and some type of cheeses. And the health benefits they confer are immunomodulation, anti-carcinogenic effect, and reduction in the risk of cardiovascular diseases. The other primary category of functional ingredients is plant stenols or sterols. So the free or esterified forms of plant sterols or stenols are very potential functional ingredients, and they found their origin from whole grains, unrefined plant oils, nuts, seeds, and legumes. And the primary health benefit they confer is reduction in cholesterol lowering ability. So after looking at the list of functional ingredients, we will now see various functional food products which are added with functional ingredients to confer numerous health benefits. First in the list is probiotics. As we all know, probiotics are defined as live microorganisms as they are consumed in adequate number confer a health benefit on the host. Lactic acid bacteria and bifidobacteria are the most studied and widely employed bacteria within the probiotic field. Among probiotics, dairy products are the key product sector, but nowadays fruit juices are also used as a carrier of probiotic organism. So various foods are developed using probiotic microorganisms as functional foods. Coming on to the second in the list of functional foods is prebiotics. Prebiotics are non-digestible food ingredients that beneficially affect the host by stimulating the growth of desirable bacteria in the colon. If we see the list of prebiotic ingredients, fructooligosaccharides, inulin, isomaltooligosaccharides, polydextrose, lactulose, and resistant starch are considered as the main prebiotic components. Mostly probiotics and prebiotics are often used in combination, and due to the potential synergy between probiotics and prebiotics, foods containing a combination of these ingredients are often referred to as symbiotics. Next in the list is functional beverages. So various non-alcoholic beverages are developed which are fortified with vitamins or other functional ingredients. Functional spreads have also been developed, and these are developed with their ability against any particular disease. For example, low cholesterol butter or spreads are developed either with reduced cholesterol or with cholesterol lowering ability. Then functional meat and functional eggs are also developed. Meat with added functional ingredients have been developed in various uh, places. However, similarly in eggs which are enriched with omega-3 fatty acids have been developed. Functional dairy foods form a major category among functional foods. Functional dairy foods are being developed virtually in all categories of foods, and an increasing variety of functional dairy products are appearing in the dairy sector. Examples of functional dairy foods include milk, yogurt, and cheeses enriched with omega-3 fatty acids or plant stenols, sterols to help reduce the risk of heart diseases. Then again, dairy products with probiotics and prebiotics have been developed to enhance digestive health. We will see some examples of functional dairy foods which are developed. Omega-3 enriched functional dairy foods have been developed in various categories of dairy foods. For example, queso fresco cheese, cheddar cheese, and mozzarella cheese, which are fortified with omega-3 fatty acids, have been developed. Then yogurts, then fresh, soft, and processed cheese varieties, butter, and cream fortified with fish oil have been developed. Functional processed cheese enriched with omega-3 fatty acids, plant stenols, and dietary fibers have been developed, and these products were validated for their health claims through animal studies. Processed cheese fortified with fish oil emulsion has also been developed. Then plant sterols and stenols are also very prime important functional ingredients which are used in dairy products. Plant sterol ester enriched milk and yogurt have been developed which was claimed to reduce serum cholesterol. Then again plant sterol enriched fermented milk was developed and which was validated for enhancing the attainment of LDL cholesterol goal in hypercholesterolemic subjects. Plant stenol esters in low-fat milk products to lower serum total and LDL cholesterol have been developed. Similarly, functional processed cheese and cheese spread with plant sterol ester have been developed and validated through animal studies. Then, as I discussed, that probiotics and prebiotics are the major functional ingredients which are used in dairy products. So various dairy products have been developed with probiotic and prebiotic. For example, fermented beverages have been developed. Various types of cheeses have been developed added with probiotics and prebiotics. Various kinds of set and stirred yogurt have been developed which are added with probiotic and prebiotic. Similarly, probiotics and prebiotics are also used in ice cream for conferring any particular health benefits. The increased availability of value added dairy foods is consistent with consumers' needs and desires for products to meet their specific health needs, such as reduced risk of heart disease or improved digestive health. The growth in functional dairy products creates both opportunities and challenges for health professionals. Given consumers' interest in functional foods for health, nutrition and health professionals have a window of opportunity to communicate how value added dairy foods can be part of an overall healthful diet that meets an individual's specific health needs. Dairy foods are naturally nutrient rich and can be tailored to meet specific health needs through the addition of functional ingredients. So we have seen functional foods have been developed in virtually all categories of foods, but the validation of health claims of functional foods has been an issue. Regulatory authorities have mandated the validation of health claims of functional foods through clinical trials, and before launch of any functional food in the market with their claims being mentioned on the label, it is mandatory for the food manufacturer to validate the health claims through clinical trials. So this has been the major issue in development and commercialization of functional foods, and also the widespread use of functional food among masses. Well, dear students, let us summarize the topic. We have seen the various definitions related to functional foods, nutraceuticals, diet supplements. We have also seen the various functional ingredients, their sources, and their potential health benefits. We will conclude our session. Uh, we will conclude our session. Functional foods are being developed around the globe for better health and nutrition. Technological advances in other allied fields have also led to the possibility of isolation and extraction of functional ingredients from various foods. Functional foods are claimed to confer physiological benefits as a reduction in the risk of cardiovascular diseases, cancer prevention, antioxidation, maintenance of mental functions, immunomodulation, etc. However, very few have been validated through scientific studies. Guidelines have been developed or are being developed to establish the scientific evidence base needed to validate health claims for functional foods. Thank you.